It is a pleasure to speak to you. I love this show so much. And I was wondering, looking back at the evolution of the show and evolution of your character from the very first episode, which moment would you say, as an actor and also as being a part of the show, is the most proudest moment for your character?
That's a beautiful question. There is so much, so much. I feel, to be honest, I think one of the most powerful moments was at the very beginning, in episode one, season one, where Shadow finds out that Robbie, his best friend, died with Laura, because that's the true moment where he realizes he has got nothing left in this world.
Hmm.
He doesn't have his wife, Laura. He doesn't have Robbie. He's literally alone in this world. And for me, that kind of gets mirrored again in season three, which is something I love in TV and something very clever from Neil and Chick Egley, who worked very closely together this season. It's kind of that growth, like you say. I know the book, the adaptation that we're kind of portraying is an ode to this fantastic story that Neil wrote. And so in season one, I emptied him of charisma, of emotion, of feelings, because he had nothing. And then each season I'm able to build and build and build. And then in season three, we're able to add this humor. We're able to add this kind of fun element, but this strength that he's starting to find and starting to develop to make his own choices, his own decisions. That power struggle between Wednesday and Shadow is now starting to shift, where Shadow's like, you know what? I don't talk to you anymore. You know, you could have been there at any time. He's just found out he was his father, and he doesn't just work at the local store. He's a god. He could have been there at any time during his life, and he left him alone. So for me, Shadow really kind of really grows in season three. And without spoiling things, there is a really powerful moment where he will be alone again. And that's where the largest decision that he's had to face yet will be made.
Right. So with season three, we finally see you at Lakeside. And we all know that now you're a god. I was wondering, because of so many things that your character has been through, for this season, if you can say, where do you think Shadow draws his strength from?
His mother, without doubt. She's the only constant and the only love he's truly had in his lifetime. We see it in the flashbacks in the previous season. She always talked about his light. And from myself, from my own point of view, my mother was massively important in my life growing up. I'm biracial. My dad is a beautiful brown-eyed black man. My mum's a beautiful blue-eyed Caucasian woman. And they kind of, came together and just instilled nothing but love and strength into me. But I'm very much a mama's boy, like Shadow. And my mum told me I was beautiful, I was special, I was unique, I was powerful, I could be anything I wanted to be. And I grew up in a time like Shadow where racism was a big thing, and people kind of are always trying to oppress and suppress. And it's my mum that gave me that power and that strength as a mama's boy.
Mhm.
She made me who I am. And with Shadow, we saw that bond. We saw that light that she gave to him, that she encouraged in him. And so for me, it all comes from her. I feel if he had grown up on the Wednesday, it's almost like kind of taking Superman and taking him away from the Kents and giving him to the Luthers. He would have grown up evil. I think he would have grown up with, craving power and this. Don't get me wrong, you're always going to have a piece of your parent inside you. So there is a bit of Wednesday in Shadow, and we will see it. But he's definitely his mama's boy. And that light is powerful and strong. And I love the fact that it comes from his mom.
Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, darling.
You too.